One Piece Episode 1127, titled Luffy vs. Kizaru. A fierce kaleidoscopic battle aired on April 27, 2025, as a pivotal chapter in the Egghead arc, the opening salvo of the series' final saga. This arc, set on the futuristic Egghead Island, pits the Straw Hat Pirates against an unprecedented world government fleet, raising the stakes to new heights. The episode's primary focus is Monkey D., Luffy's rematch with Admiral Kizaru, a clash that carries the weight of past defeats and showcases Luffy's growth as a Yonko. Beyond the headline fight, the episode advances subplots involving Bonnie's rescue and the strategic reprogramming of the pacifistas, making it a multifaceted installment. I'm thrilled by the promise of Luffy's Gear 5 in action, but I'm cautious about whether the episode can balance its ambitious scope without feeling rushed or incomplete. Episode 1127 centers on Luffy's intense battle with Admiral Kizaru, utilizing his Gear 5 transformation to counter Kizaru's light-based Pika Pika no Mi abilities. This confrontation allows a group of Straw Hats to form a rescue mission for Bonnie and attempt to regain control of the Pacifistas Mark III. Concurrently, Zoro engages in his own battle, maintaining the arc's multi-front conflict. The Vega Tank 08 reaches its destination and Atlas successfully reprograms the Pacifistas, turning them against the Marines, marking a significant tactical victory. The episode is a blend of high-octane action and strategic maneuvering, setting the stage for the Straw Hats' escape from Egghead Island. The episode significantly advances the Egghead arc by intensifying the Straw Hats' escape efforts. Luffy's battle with Kizaru is a major turning point, not only for its spectacle but also for its narrative weight. This rematch harkens back to Marineford, where Kizaru outmatched Luffy, and serves as a litmus test for Luffy's growth since defeating Kaido. The fight likely raises new questions about Luffy's Gear 5 limits, as Kizaru's speed and power challenge even this transformative ability. Meanwhile, the successful reprogramming of the Pacifistas by Atlas is a critical plot development, shifting the battlefield dynamics and giving the Straw Hats a fighting chance against the world government's forces. However, sources suggest the episode may not fully resolve Luffy's fight or Kuma's subplot, potentially leaving viewers with a cliffhanger. I appreciate the strategic depth added by the Pacifistas shift, but I'm concerned that unresolved threads might frustrate fans expecting closure. The pacing appears to be a point of contention. While episode 1126 was criticized for feeling sluggish due to delayed action, episode 1127 seems to compensate with intense combat and plot progression. Yet, the multi-threaded narrative Luffy's fight, Zoro's battle, Bonnie's rescue, and the Pacifistas reprogramming might stretch the episode thin, risking a rushed or uneven feel. I think the episode fulfills its role in the arc by escalating the stakes and showcasing Luffy's prowess, but I'm wary of whether it maintains a balanced rhythm across its various plot lines. Luffy is the central figure, with his Gear 5 transformation highlighting his evolution from a fledgling pirate to a Yonko capable of challenging an admiral. His actions, likely infused with the whimsical yet devastating power of Gear 5, reflect his unyielding spirit and growth. Consistent with his character arc, Kizaru, as the antagonist, may reveal new facets of his personality, perhaps a mix of nonchalance and lethal precision, though detailed insights into his motivations are absent from available sources. Zoro's ongoing battle, while secondary, reinforces his role as the crew's steadfast swordsman, but specific character growth for him remains unclear. Bonnie's rescue subplot suggests emotional depth, potentially exploring her vulnerability and connection to Kuma, though the lack of detailed reviews limits analysis of her development. Atlas, a lesser-known character, emerges as a key player by reprogramming the Pacifistas, showcasing intelligence and resolve. The Straw Hats' collective efforts underscore their teamwork, a hallmark of the series, but individual character moments may be overshadowed by the action-heavy focus. I really appreciate Luffy's spotlight, but I wish there were more details on how secondary characters like Bonnie or Atlas shine in this episode. The episode likely reinforces One Piece's core themes of growth, defiance, and teamwork. Luffy's battle with Kizaru embodies personal growth as he confronts a past defeat with newfound strength, symbolizing the series' belief in overcoming adversity. The Straw Hats' coordinated efforts to rescue Bonnie and reprogram the Pacifistas highlight teamwork, a recurring motif that resonates with fans. Defiance against the world government's authority is evident in the crew's resistance to the fleet and their strategic victory with the Pacifistas, aligning with One Piece's rebellious spirit. These themes are conveyed through Luffy's fearless combat, the crew's collaborative tactics, and the symbolic shift of the Pacifistas from tools of oppression to allies of freedom. However, without specific dialogue or emotional beats, it's challenging to assess the depth of these messages. I find the thematic focus on growth inspiring, but I'm curious about how the episode weaves these ideas into its action-packed narrative. The Egghead arc continues to expand One Piece's world by showcasing the futuristic island and the world government's military might. The Pacifistas Mark III as advanced weapons add to the lore of Dr. Vegapunk's technology, while their reprogramming introduces new strategic possibilities for the Straw Hats. The presence of a massive fleet underscores the world government's power, setting the stage for the final saga's escalating conflicts. No new cultural or historical elements are explicitly mentioned, but the episode reinforces Egghead's role as a technological hub. I think the world building is effective in raising the stakes, though I'd love more details on Egghead's unique features. Without direct access to the episode, assessing dialogue quality is speculative. However, One Piece typically balances humor, intensity, and heart in its writing. Luffy's dialogue likely mixes playful taunts with determined resolve, consistent with his Gear 5 persona. Kizaru's lines may carry his signature aloofness, contrasted by sharp threats. The rescue and reprogramming subplots probably feature strategic discussions emphasizing the crew's ingenuity. Given Toei's recent track record, the writing is expected to be impactful, though it risks cliches in action-heavy exchanges. I anticipate strong dialogue, but I'm cautious about whether it avoids overused shonen tropes. The episode likely evokes excitement through Luffy's battle, with Gear 5's playful chaos sparking joy and awe. Bonnie's rescue and the Pacifistas' shift probably inspire hope, reinforcing the Straw Hats' resilience. However, if the episode ends on a cliffhanger, as some sources suggest, it might leave viewers frustrated or eager for more. Memorable moments likely include Luffy's Gear 5 antics and the Pacifistas' dramatic turn, though their lasting impact depends on execution. The episode prompts reflection on Luffy's growth and the crew's unity, but without detailed emotional beats, its depth is uncertain. I felt thrilled imagining Luffy's fight, but I'm left wondering about the episode's emotional payoff. Episode 1127 is a thrilling, action-packed installment that advances the Egghead arc with Luffy's battle against Kizaru and the Straw Hats' strategic victories. Its strengths lie in its high-stakes plot, likely stunning animation, and thematic resonance, particularly around growth and teamwork. However, potential weaknesses include uneven pacing, unresolved subplots, and the risk of rushed character moments due to the episode's ambitious scope. It seems to achieve its goals of escalating the arc and showcasing Luffy's power, but its success hinges on balancing action with emotional depth. I'm optimistic about its impact, but cautious about pacing issues noted in prior episodes. Looking forward, I anticipate the Egghead arc will build on this episode's momentum, potentially resolving Kuma's subplot and deepening the crew's escape narrative. Fans should brace for a visually spectacular but possibly incomplete chapter, setting the stage for future payoffs. I didn't like the uncertainty around pacing, but I really appreciate the promise of Luffy's Gear 5 in full glory.